shooting, you did some photos, you got your card full, and now it's time to do something more. So let's start developing photos in your Lightroom. Let's wait for a while, and Photoshop will start. Um, this tutorial will take care of essentials about taking photos from your desktop to your Lightroom, developing and exporting back. Well done. Suits more for people shooting RAW, because JPEGs won't do much about it. Okay, so let's start. We're now in library module. We have to add new folder to folders panel and start doing something. Yeah. So let's click plus, add folder, and then I put mine on the desktop, which is tutorials. Your will be whatever you want to call them. So let's choose, and now add photos from Macintosh, from my desktop to my catalog, from my catalog on Lightroom. What you can do before you start to import, you can choose photos that you don't want to import, or choose photos that you want. For example, I don't like this one and that, and so I can uncheck them and don't even bother to bring them into Lightroom. So let's do that. Let's import 4 files to the Lightroom. In a couple of seconds we got them already in the library module. So let's skip it and just go and develop them. So press D on your keyboard, or just on the top side, on the top, click to develop. Okay, so what we got here, we are now in develop module, and the best way to enlarge the photo would be to hide few things. So let's hide the top and the left side, and now we got a bigger photo. My workflow starts with choosing photos they want to really to develop. So I'll start with the filters, which are on the right bottom, and choose flagged. If we choose, we can mark the photos as a flagged or reject using the P and X button on your keyboard. So let's figure it out. Let's say that I don't like that photo, so I can hit X as a reject. I like that photo, so I can pick it, and I like that photo, so I also hit pick, and I don't like the third photo, so I do the X. I'm left with the only 2 pictures. Okay, so let's start developing. I highly suggest to start from the bottom, where we can choose the profile of the camera. Profile camera, if you buy a Nikon, you get a Nikon loaded. If you get a Canon, you get a Canon, and etc. etc. So whatever you do, choose that one that you really like. So let's start with landscape, portrait maybe. Well, seems okay for me. Another would be the vignetting. You can see there's a post crop vignetting, but if you don't crop it, you still can use it. So don't be shy and play about it. Again, another one does a lens correction. So enable correction profile and remove chromatic aberration. This will help you with all the issues that your lenses have. It has already preloaded all the lenses, all the major brands that are available on the market. If there's something wrong, you can still go to manual and change the vertical, rotate, or whatever, just to improve the photo. So let's play a little bit here. There's a handy tip here. If you don't like what you did, you can just double click on the name, and it will came back to the default. Okay, so I did some manual things here and there, and got some white space here. So easiest way is just to add the crop, so it will cut all the edges that you can't do anything with. Okay, so next one is detail, so the sharpening and the noise reduction. So we'll start with the sharpening and the masking. If you hold the Alt key and move the masking slider, it will show you what will be sharpened, what will be affected by the sharpening. Okay, and the noise reduction, just to make it clear and smoother. Okay, the last part from the very beginning will be the basic module, and the same here with the blacks and whites. Just hold the Alt key and move the slider, just to show the Lightroom blacks and whites, what is black, what is white, so it works better. Okay, let's open up a little shadows a little bit here, down the highlights. Highly suggest to use the vibrance rather than saturation, because of the how badly saturation destroyed the photo. Okay, a little bit clarity to make the texture and the contrast. If you don't like some parts of the photo, you can still use the brush tool to brush down the highlights or the exposure or the saturation on the spot that you really enjoy. So let's paint the front a little bit, and I'll show you how it works. Let's turn down exposure a little bit, and it brings down the exposure on this little spot that I only choose. Okay, so we got a first photo here. Let's go to another. And from the beginning, let's start doing the same thing, just to make it better. Okay. So I'll just to show you again my workflow, how it works, how I do those things step by step. Okay, let's say that this is what we wanted, and let's export them. So in Lightroom you don't have a save button, you have to export your chosen photos to another folder. So what we have to do, just because we got the filter on and we got 2 photos that we choose, whatever you got, 2 or 5 or 55 or 57, you have to hit Control A, Command A, Control A, depends on the system that you got. So you select all, and then go to File, Export. This shows the new dialog box. So we have to particularly now we're doing the export to the hard drive, to specific folder which is desktop, and we put into subfolder, let's say done. We don't have to rename that. We choose JPEG. We can choose whatever we want: PSD, TIFF, DNG, color space, Super RGB. You can do the Pro Photo, but for website I prefer sRGB for the printing, especially for the printing. Go for Pro Photo, and let's say the long edge will be 1050, and the shorter will adjust itself. Okay, let's don't take watermark and hit the export. In a couple of seconds, longer, maybe the photos will be exported to our desktop. And basically that's all. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.